right, let's talk about what just happened, because this is huge. Donald Trump, he stood before Arab and Muslim leaders, and he laid out a brand new peace plan for Gaza. Now, this isn't just politics. This isn't just another speech. If you listen carefully, it sounds a lot like what the Bible told us would happen in the last days. And if you look around at the world right now, man, the pieces are all sliding into place. So what's the plan? Trump called it a 21-point proposal. He said the fighting in Gaza needs to stop. He said all the hostages need to be released. He said Israel will pull back, but not right away. First, a stabilization force will come in. That means outside troops, maybe international troops, maybe Arab nations, to keep order. He said Hamas won't be allowed to govern. Instead, there will be some kind of Palestinian committee backed by Arab nations with help from the world. And he made it clear, Gazans will not be forced out of their land. Now think about that for a second. That's not just Israel and Palestine. That's Israel, Arab nations, Muslim leaders, America, and the whole world stepping into the middle of this. This is many nations confirming a covenant together. That's why my mind goes straight to Daniel 9 verse 27. He will confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. The prophet Daniel said a powerful leader would rise and he would make a deal, a covenant with many nations. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And let's be real. The world wants peace in Gaza. Every headline screams about the war, the deaths, the destruction. But here's the catch. The Bible warns us about false peace. In 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3 it says, "When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them." Did you hear that? Peace and safety. That's exactly the language leaders use right now. We need peace, we need safety, we need security. But God already told us, when the world thinks it's found peace on its own, that's when the storm hits. So let's connect this. Trump's peace plan looks good on the surface. End the war, protect civilians, build Gaza back, bring nations together. But underneath, it's the same pattern prophecy warned us about. Nations gathering, deals being signed, control shifting from the people to powerful hands. And look at the world right now. Wars everywhere. Ukraine and Russia still going. The Middle East burning, economies struggling, borders wide open, leaders calling for one voice, one system, one solution. That's not just politics. That's the setup for something bigger. See, prophecy shows us the Antichrist will use peace as his tool. He won't come out with horns and fire. He'll come out looking like a savior. He'll talk about unity, safety, rebuilding. He'll bring nations together with his words. And the world tired of war will follow him. That's why every time I hear about a big peace deal, my spirit says, pay attention. And listen, I'm not saying Trump is the Antichrist, but I am saying this. His plan shows us how close the world is to that kind of leadership. A leader who says, I have the answer, I can solve it, trust me. And the nations nod their heads. So what do we do with this? First, don't be fooled by every call for peace. Test it against the word. Second, don't put your hope in politics. Leaders change, treaties break, nations fight again. But Jesus said in John 14, verse 27, "My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth." That's the only peace that lasts. So here's the bottom line. Trump just dropped a plan that could reshape the Middle East. It could calm things down for a moment. But the Bible told us, peace without Christ is just a setup for something bigger. And when the world says, finally peace and safety, that's when the clock runs out. So my question for you is this. Are you watching or are you sleeping? Because the signs aren't hiding anymore. They're in the news, they're in the speeches, they're in the peace plans. And the Bible already gave us the script. Stay awake, stay ready, because the King is coming soon.